Welcome to Football Miami TV. My name is Ed Serrano, also known as Uncle Ed, and I'm here to give you another app review. This is for the Major League Soccer app. So this is for the whole league, all the teams. So you guys can check that out. I hope you kids enjoy it. What happened to the kids? Kids, gosh darn it. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to the MLS app. We're gonna click on it right here, and first things first, it's gonna take us to the actual news. This has to do everything with the league, all the games, all the information on the every single team basically. So you just scroll down and you see there's information about the Quakes and Toronto, etc., etc. So you can't, mess that one up. Everything that has to do with the league. Now we're going to click on My MLS. There we go. And it's pulling up, basically all the information for my MLS team, which is Inter Miami. And of course, it has everything in English and Spanish. That has to do with the Inter Miami. There you go. Diego Alonso shares details about the team, etc., etc. Kind of like the Inter Miami app, a little bit, similar, but this has to do, of course, once again, with everything that has to do with the team. Okay, so now we're going to go to the bottom once again, and we're going to go to the scores. And here we go. And the first thing comes up, of course, Netherlands versus USA was going to be a game that was going to be played. And then Saturday, March 28th is where we had all these new games that were going to be played. They had the Orlando game, and then of course more USA games, and so on and so forth. All these games, which of course you could see PPD means postponed. So it's because of all this that's happening right now, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to get to see all these cool games. And we could have had this Sunday, April 5th, we could have had Inter Miami versus the Philadelphia Union. And unfortunately that's not going to take place, but these things happen. So let's go back now, and of course I'm checking out everything that has to do with Inter Miami. This is some cool stuff right there. Of course, if your team is, if you have a different team that's not Inter Miami, you could pick that, and that will be your main team that you look over and have all this information about. So now we're going to click on tickets. And of course that's the way you can find tickets for the games and all that. You go to schedule, and there's a schedule of every single game that you have that the team is going to play. So this is all the teams that Inter Miami was going to play. Everything's been postponed for now, but fortunately soon we'll get to see that. Then you click on video, and you get all the latest videos that the team has been able to put out. You get to click on roster, and there you get to see all the players. This is kind of like the Inter Miami app, but this is, of course, everything's a little smaller. And of course, you get every option for all the other players. Click on stadium, and, you get to see all the information on the stadium. Takes you directly to the website. And that's kind of cool. So that's, another of the many options that you get on this app. And now we're going to go to the bottom, and we're going to click on the standings, and that's where all the information on who's on first place, who's in second, etc., etc., all the playoff berths. First, of course, we get the Western Conference, so we get to see Kansas City's winning. They're in first place with Minnesota and Colorado following. They haven't lost a game. And then if we keep scrolling down, Eastern Conference, of course, Atlanta is in first place. They haven't lost any games. And towards the bottom, well, there's Orlando. They've got a couple of points or whatever. They got lucky. And of course, Miami's down towards the bottom. We've lost 2 games, but these things happen. And there's you can read about the rules and all that stuff about the playoffs. So that's some cool stuff that you guys can check out. And then you can click on Shield, which means the winner of the Supporter Shield means they're the team that came in first with the combined Western and Eastern standings. And right now the one that's ahead is Kansas City and Minnesota, and then Atlanta, who's the leader in the Eastern Conference. And of course if we scroll down, we get to see all the other teams. Right now, Orlando City's 18th and so on, and then of course we're towards the bottom. But here's some more options, and if we click over a little bit more to Match Day Center, where they get all the information of the latest matches that are taking place, the post-game shows and all that good stuff. And then we'll click on, you can go to the Miami stuff, which we already kind of, went over, but it just gives you that option. And you can go to the power ranking, which is the next one over, and that's going to give you the latest information on which teams are in better form, which ones are in first and second, etc., or deserve to be. And here now is the transfer tracker, which is really cool. This is one of my favorite parts because you get to find out about any player that any team wants to purchase and make them part of their team. If we ever decide to get Messi or Ronaldo, this is where you're going to find out that we actually got them. And I think we're going to get one of these big time players eventually. And now I'm going to go to the fantasy. There's the fantasy league that they have going here, and I haven't signed up yet, but if you're into those gaming things, that's something you should try out. So we're clicking on series and columnists, and what comes up are the different series that MLS has, as far as Matchday Central, Armchair Analyst. All these are little programs that they have where you get to find out everything about your MLS team, and of course you can see every individual columnist that writes for MLS.com. If you follow any of them directly, that's kind of cool stuff right there. Also, you get to buy your tickets if you want to buy your tickets for the games. That they do that through SeatGeek. That's kind of cool as well. And then there's the other option that I'm going to right now, is where all the players are at, all the stats. Maxi Urruti is right now in first place with 3 goals, and there's so on and so forth. All the next players, every statistic, the assists, leader right there, the person who's taking the most shots. They take all these statistics for all you guys that love the numbers, and of course the goalkeepers as well. And of course our Luis Robles is in 4th place right now with 9 saves. So you can click on that, and it will also give you, there's Luis Robles information. So those are some really cool things that you can check up on and see all the stats and all that information. If you want to go shopping, bam, there you go. Click on that. And of course, I'm going to go to Inter Miami because Inter Miami is my team, and I'm only going to buy Inter Miami stuff. I'm not going to buy from all these other teams. But look, you can check that out. And of course, we've got right now, with all these things that are happening, all these options for everything that you want to buy for Inter Miami. So if you guys want to buy stuff, there you go. So that's basically everything that you need to know about Inter Miami, about the MLS app. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep like, subscribe, follow us, tell your mom, your dad, your dog, everybody and their mama, tell them about us, Futbol Miami TV. I hope you guys enjoy this and keep following us. See you soon.